All right, this is going to be week 2 of the evaluation. This week's video is going to be on. Let's go take a look. So we did SNV, Citigroup, ADI, CSX, and AbbVie last time. Let's do RKLB, RKLB. Let's do KHC. Yes, yes, yes. Let's do Roku. Fuck you, Roku. Let's get into you. Laser for the first time, and KSS. Okay. Okay, so the official, I'm just going to put this down in here just so I remember. RKLB, RKLB, KSS, Laser, Roku, and KHC. So that's going to be in that order. So let's get right into it. I am recording good. Okay, so first one today, RKLB. So that's going to be the biggest winner of the group here today. So if we take a look at our little tracker, RKLB was entered on the 11th for a 115% gain. So let's go take a look. RKLB, let's go look at the Wyckoff. RKLB, RKLB. Let's see if I can type it in for the 5th time. We can. We were using Wyckoff on the hourly. We're looking for a reaccumulation range here, which we did find. So this is going to be the range that we're talking about. So here is the RKLB trade that we did get for a nice 110% here. So that is an accumulation structure. So if we go on to the hourly, if we go take a look, we have our buying climax, nice, our automatic response, great. Secondary test, I'm going to delete these out just so we understand the phases so we can see them. Here's the spring event. So we did have, I don't know, it took about 5 days, 6 hours to get to through phase A. Phase B, I think, I think our true spring. So here was a nice bottom wick that probably got people out. It's probably going to be this candle right here that actually did close below the support level. We did have wick, actual close, and then we had this nice secondary test here. So that's going to be my spring, and then if we draw, it's going to be a so about 7 days, 20 hours for the phase B, and then through phase C, we saw it climb back up here through here. So we did enter on October 11th, so right here. So let's go ahead and play this trade. Nice. We keep moving our stop as we go up. We have a nice gap down at open that day. Keep going through. This sucked. You know, we did see that really nice high volume day, and then price kind of just kept trading within here. We're still trading within here, I guess. So this honestly probably is going to pop again now that I'm looking at it, but we are all the way out of this trade. So yeah, anyway. It was tough to hold through here, and then we saw, and then eventually I think I took profits, at least the majority, on this nice upper wick as we broke out. So we did see that completely give it back, so that's okay. But this is in a nice another reaccumulation structure here, most likely. So that was the RKLB trade. I believe we scaled out of this position as we went. So let's go take a look at my notes. Stop loss to close 935. Good. That's where our entry was. Great recognition. So closing as they invalidate, we did do that. Never adding to a red, we did do that. Sold 8 of contracts so far, 3 roughly 60% gain. So I didn't have great documentation when I took out and off and on here, but that's okay. This is a really nice trade. I think 3 roughly for 30. Let's go take a look at the broker. That'll really tell us. You know, we have a source. We have a source. Let's go take a look at RKLB, log on to the broker. Let's go to activity and orders, Thank you very much. RKLB. Alright, so here's RKLB. Bought on 11th, sold our first ones on the 16th. 16th was right here, so nice. We broke out of that structure. We took some profits off. I like that. I like that a lot. We took off, how many did we take off? 2 right there, and then the 21st we took off 1. On the 21st, where were we? Kind of right in here, maybe. Okay, I for sure did it because potential double top through here. I do remember specifically doing that. So nice straight line right there. 1022, we took off another. 1022, another. 1022, another, and then 1024 we took off the rest. So 1022 is going to be right through here, and then 1024 we did get a nice fill up here. So really nice trade. I mean, This winner significantly outgains the rest of the losers we've had so far, so very nice trade here at RKLB. So I'm going to flip over to the other video, and we're going to do Kohl's next. KSS, so we're in Kohl's. Here is KSS, and then let's go to Kohl's, KSS. Here is our range that we were trading. We thought we were in a accumulation range. So back here, we think we are accumulating throughout here. Here's where we're at on the weekly, kind of butting up into the EMAs. That's probably an issue. Nice bottom wick here, heavy sell volume. Now we do see some VP anomalies within here, so I get the accumulation range thesis. We do see probably most likely stopping volume throughout here. So I can see the long thesis. It's just tough fighting trend, especially when prices, it's all within a larger range. So if anything, we're butting up against the top of the range on the higher time frames. Yes, we can make a profit from the lower time frames, but we probably probably hit the top of the range if we exit out of replay here. This is probably the range that price is going to start developing with KSS, and then just accumulating throughout here. So our little accumulation structure, if we go take a look, we entered KSS on on October 16th, which was right in here. So we were not in this trade very long. We were in KSS right here. We thought it confirmed the spring down here, which it actually did. It did have a nice uptrend. Here's your little secondary test, boom, pop, secondary test, boom, pop, and then we did have a jump across the creek, and then we did have some nice indecision candles, and then this was the open on this is the close on Monday, it appears. Close on Monday right there, and then this was the open on Monday. Okay, so this is definitely the open. They're fucking with me. This is the open, and then this is throughout the rest of the day. My whole regular trading hours is all fucked up. Here's the open, and then price completely knifes through back into the range. So that's probably a good indication. Maybe this was your up thrust action. So instead of labeling this, up thrust. This would have been an up thrust most likely, and then this is likely our UTAD right here. So as Wyckoff traders, we don't know necessarily if this is a UTAD or if this is a actual genuine break. So in this case, this was probably distribution. So let's go take a look. I think we did do really well with KSS here. We were able to scale out as we went and then reduce the loss. So KSS, we're actually positive 18% here on a trade that I did think was going to break the range and be a reaccumulation structure, but I happened to be wrong, and it was a distribution structure on the higher time frames. So very interesting. I mean, we had a gain here, but the thesis was wrong in the overall. So we sold Kohl's for $1.33 here on the 21st. Looks like we scaled some out. Let's go take a look at what I said. KSS. Yes, we did close out positions if they invalidate, and yes, we never added, so very good. Broke back into the range. Interestingly, VPA anomalies across the board on the way down. One singular contract left. So that's a really good indication of, wow, that's really interesting. So I can be right with the VPA anomalies, yet price will still sell off. I mean, we saw Kohl's obviously sell off, and the trade was wrong, but no good documentation here on when and why I sold out. So that's going to be something I'm going to be adding going forward now that I think about that. Let's go make a little note about that. I was going to say scale out and scale in, but we are no longer scaling in. Alright, so that's that. Let's KSS. So we sold on the 21st and 22nd mainly. 23rd was our last day in the contract. So 21st, Friday. So here's Monday. Price is up here in above the creek, if you will. Took out a few here. Probably took out, here's 21st. 22nd, so prices are re-entering the range, so we likely took a few contracts off, and then on the 23rd, price did confirm, and then we took it off on the 23rd. So really nice trade. I mean, this was a losing thesis, yet we still made money, and that's two bangers, honestly, to start out with. You cannot really complain. You can't really complain too much if you're gonna have a losing trade directionally, yet you still made money. So that's KSS. Let's go into our next one, which is going to be Laser. Laser is going to be kind of a quick one. Not really too much to talk about. I used to call these trades false starts, but they're really not false starts. It's just I wasn't right in the short term. So here's Laser. I mean, we're still in Laser right now. This is the third time I'm entering. But the first time was on the 1016. So 1016. This one sucked because of the contracts mainly. We took a big loss because the contracts were a little illiquid, cheap, and yeah, illiquid and cheap. So you got the little shitty fills plus paying a lot for fees. So that's shitty. But I'm pretty sure I was using probably. Let's go take a look if I can like even use. Let's go take a look. Get out of there. Laser, LAZR, so confirming candle, hourly support, held support, a following hour closed below. It did not validate the thesis, invalidated where I expected to hold. It can certainly go both ways. Okay, so I ended up deciding to hold overnight because price did recover end of day, so it did hold it on the 4 hour, it looks like. So yeah, so I was probably using that 0.82 level, and then I saw um, I saw it obviously close below my support. Closed out on the flush this morning, which is probably the real spring. LOL. This one sucked for many reasons. Immediately fails the level that I was basing my thesis on. Contracts not feeling at good prices. High fees with a cheap name. Tried multiple times to close this today. Yeah. Okay. So this one kind of sucked. So I'm sure I used like throughout here. I saw it recover here. End of day, made a little distribution structure probably through here, and then closed through, and then that's probably where I took my loss. So that loss probably ended up being, instead of 15%, it's probably 30%. So that sucks for sure. That definitely sucks. But here, I should probably put this back. This is actually the level I'm using here for the spring. I'm back in Laser, shockingly. I should probably just not trade these illiquid names with high fees. So and even again, we had an hour, not to get into it, but hourly high volume right as I entered this confirming candle. So yeah, so that's Laser. And then let's go talk about, let's roll over. Next one we're going to be talking about is Roku. So Roku, at first I was really pissed because I thought it was going to leave without me, but if we go look at Roku, so we were likely using some kind of spring off of this range, and then I saw it come back down below and close. So I do remember this one. So here's the spring range I was using, price confirmed. I'm pretty sure this is my confirming candle. If we go look at it, where was our confirming candle? So okay, so we're talking about the local shakeout down there near like 73.50. So we were talking about, so this local oh, got it. Okay, so here's our local shakeout. We likely entered on this secondary test. We saw kind of zigzag. We did not want price to close below. I think maybe I was using the 4 hour. Nope, I definitely wasn't. And then ended up closing here below. So then we did exits, and then we saw it run up. That's what's really pissed me off. Is it completely recovered? And I thought, oh crap, did I just sell? This is clearly an up thrust, and then we have our UTAD right here. So really nice distribution structure here created at Roku. I think it was a decently sized loss. I think failed number 7 on this one, but was in the trade before making the new rules. Number 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Focusing on base hits. Oh, time in the contract. Yes. Okay, so yes. Roku, I had a very short dated contract, I'm pretty sure. Yes, 77% is no bueno. I was in it probably was October 15th calls. No, what was the strike cycle then? What was the strike cycle? 15th? Maybe 11th. Oh, 18th. It was for sure October 18th. October 18th calls, probably 9 DTE, and then we saw it kind of do exactly, what, here's our entry right here, and then we saw it just basically chop. So, 77% loss off of 3 days of chop is no bueno. So, definitely avoiding that. It is true. It was before the new risk rules were in place, but yeah, shitty trade. thesis wasn't really wrong. I mean, thesis was wrong. This is clearly a distribution structure. So, um, yeah, very interesting. This is a really nice example of a distribution structure. So I'm going to potentially take a screenshot of this, but that's for next one. Not screenshot, but record it. So last one, KHC. So Kraft Heinz Harrison. Kraft Heinz what? KHC. Kraft Heinz what? KHC. Kraft Heinz. Anyway, so here's KHC. Let's go take a look. I'm pretty sure KHC, KHC, KHC. Oh no, do I not? Oh, I do. All right, so here's KHC. We got out with a 9% gain. We were wrong on this trade actually. So another loser that was actually a gain. So we were playing the spring down here. We entered on October 11th. So back here, 11th, 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 11th. Probably saw this spring and then was using this hourly. That's for sure what it was. Definitely using this hourly as my stop loss. If we go take a look at KHC. Yep, here is our spring. Yes, we did close when it validates, and yes, we did not add to a position, so there we go. 10 contracts sold for 3 26% to cover some risk. Awesome sauce. Also, don't love how price is just grinding higher. Feels like this needs to pull back, but it's in an uptrend from the spring, or at least it should be. Still holding 10/13 of the contract over the weekend. Stops 4-hour close below 35.75. Very cool. I mean, yeah, I think we ended up taking a little bit off here. I really didn't like this gap down and then completely recover, and then we just obviously sold off after. So, I mean, we got out of KHC with a gain, even though it was a loser again, so you can't really complain. We took off, yep, there's the 3, and then we took off all 10 on the 21st, so I'm sure it's probably like 10/21. Yeah, it's probably when this invalidated 35.75 and then came back through. So honestly, really nice trade. I mean, another loser that was a winner in profits. So if we can keep knocking those in, this Roku one is going to be an egregious one, but that was before it had the risk rules. So honestly, might delete that out of there just because I wasn't, following the risk, make myself look a little better. But yeah, that's it. That's this week's review.